Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. It is Tuesday the 11th of August and thank you for joining me on my weighing results. So another good food optimising week and weekend, so all good there. The weather wasn't particularly good to begin with, but by the weekend it turned out absolutely beautiful. It really was nice. So we took the opportunity to go out for the day on Saturday, myself, Ian and our son Andrew. So we drove down to London, North London, where my dad is laid to rest at Islington St Pancras Cemetery. It's a huge cemetery. I think it's 2 in 1. It's massive. So, like any journey, you have to go to the toilet, don't you, before you leave and just do your business. So that's what we did. And also, I prepared a packed lunch, a little pack up the night before for us all. So Ian and Andrew had tuna salad cream butties. And I made myself a nice, Slim World friendly, speedy, sin-free salad. Now I had the chicken tikka pieces that you get from Iceland, they're free on the plan. And I had some prawns as well, so that's protein. And I had my splendid spinach, cucumber, tomatoes, apple, and then I added some Hellmann's fat-free vinaigrette on top, which is free on the plan, so that was really nice. I forgot to take a picture. I do apologise, otherwise I would have inserted one. But there is an after picture if you want to see that. So I'll put that at the end or throughout this video. Anyway, so had that, and I had sugar-free strawberry and raspberry flavoured water. So that was nice. You can get a big pack of 24 in Iceland or Food Warehouse, wherever you go, for £5. That's not bad, is it really, for 24 bottles? So I had one of them, and then for afters I had some a little tub of grapes, so that's a free food. So yeah, so all planned, so all good. Yeah, it's best to plan ahead, isn't it, really? So then you can just stick on plan and not go over anything. But anyway, so done the toilet and everything, put all the pack up in the little we've got this little cooling box we plug in the car, so we did all that, and then we headed off to London. Now, it took us over 3 hours to get to North London, and nature called again, didn't it? So I was thinking, right, what if the toilets aren't open at the cemetery? Because there are toilets there, and with what's going on, I wasn't too sure. So we're hunting for either a Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison's, Tesco's. Ian left his sat-nav at home. He usually takes it with him. He's called James. Depending on what sat-nav we want, it's usually Philippa, but it's usually James anyway, mostly. Because Philippa, she has a bit of a right strop. Anyway, I know it's sat-nav, weird naming it. So I had my phone, Ian's phone, and Andrew's phone all on sat-navs to find a supermarket. So we finally tracked one down after going round all different roundabouts and everywhere. And oh, it's just awful driving down North London. It really is. So, you know, everyone's cutting up and all that. So yeah, so you just got to go with the flow, ain't you, really, and be quick. So anyway, so we found Morrison's, popped in there, did what I had to do, and then we head off to see Dad. So got to the cemetery, and the cemetery closed at 3 o'clock. So I suppose because what's going on, they have to limit the opening times and closing times, don't they, really? So we parked up outside the cemetery office. The toilets were open, weren't they? But just couldn't take the risk, you know, you just don't know, do you, really? So anyway, so we parked up. Ian had his smaller scooter with him in the boot, so we took that out, put all that together, and we had a nice little stroll down to go and see Dad. So got there, had a bit of a tidy up. There was a Christmas wreath that we put up in November and some little Christmas pots, and we put all them in the bin. Removed all the weeds and everything. I washed down the headstone and washed my dad's. There's a photo of my dad on the headstone, so washed all that down, cleaned it all up and everything, made it all nice and tidy. And the day before, I went to the florist in Lee, and I picked up some nice, I don't like saying the word grave pots, but I call them flower pots. One was yellow flowers, and the other one was purple and white flowers. Now, the artificial, I'm not too keen on artificial flowers, but where Dad is laid to rest, it's difficult to get down there every week to go and see him, because living up in Lancashire. So, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it? So yeah, so everything all nice and tidy. Popped the pots in the ground, so it looked all pretty and it brightened up the place. And then I got a blanket, laid that on the grass, and just sat there and had a bit of a catch up with my dad. You know, let him know how Mum was and how my sisters were, and how the grandkids were and how we were and what's going on at the moment in the world and all that. And, you know, asking him if he's okay and letting him know that my son, his grandson, has got a new job, and how Kelly was getting on and all that, and Rachel and Andrew and Lindsay, and yeah, it's just, you know, just a big catch up, you know, and how Kim and Tony as well, and Xander and Jax, all his grandkids. So yeah, so it's just nice to have a catch up. I know, you know, most people think, you know, well, we can't talk back and everything, but it's a bit of comfort for me and how I cope with it and everything. I mean, it's been 4 years since he passed, but still get those days, don't you, really? So anyway, so yeah, spent a little bit of time with him, and then we headed back up to the car. But before we did that, there's like a little rose bushes area where it's like a little, it's a crematorium, the crematorium part. And my nan and granddad are laid to rest there. So I popped up there and saw that. Because where my dad is, he's with his birth mum. So she's laid to rest there as well. Her name's Ada. So, but yeah, so it was just nice to, you know, take the opportunity while the weather was nice and get down there and see him. So, and just tidy up a bit. So yeah, so all good. Got back, well, before we left, we had our dinner. That was nice. And then I went to the toilet before we headed off home, because I didn't want to be stopping on the way. So that was all sorted. So yeah, so phew, no searching for any supermarkets. So we got back about just gone, I think it was before 6 we got back, so it's just over 3 hours, so it's pretty good. So it depends on, you know, he's driving really, and obviously Ian was driving. So he is a good driver, and I thanked him so much. You know, I couldn't thank him enough really for taking me down there and seeing my dad. So yeah, so thank you so much, Ian, for taking me. I do appreciate it, I really do. So that was Saturday. Sunday, myself and Ian went for one of our walks. Ian got the bigger scooter out, charged it the night before, make sure it was fully charged, or as Ian says, a full tank. And we went up to see our friend Frank, who's our dear friend Frank, who passed away last year. Went up to see him, put some flowers there, tidied up a little bit, spent a little bit of time with him, and then we went a long way home. So must have done over 20,000 steps that day. So yeah, so all good. Yeah, bit of body magic. And that's it. Yeah, so it's been good. It really has been good. Wanted to do a bit more walking, like the other week, but you know, the weather and all that, you can't really guarantee, can you, really, on the weather? So a few thunderstorms last night though. Oh my god, the whole sky just lit up. I just love a good thunderstorm. You know, if you like a thunderstorm, leave a little thunderstorm emoji in the comments below. So yeah, all good. Anyway, so weighing results. Yes, that's what you're here for. So trusty notepad, just in case I forget. Now, before weighing results, obviously, last week was the was the last Zoom group, because all our groups started back this week. But I spoke to my consultant Sarah, and I said I want to still get weighed at home, report it in. Not too sure when I'm going back yet because of the circumstances and everything. And like I said to you guys last week, it's just still too risky. So I can weigh in until the end of the month, and then I'll see what happens there. But I will keep you updated on what I decide to do. So don't panic. I'm not leaving Slim World. I love the plan. I know it works. So no worries. I'm not leaving it. So yeah, so watch this space, people. Woohoo! Anyway, so last week I stepped on the scales and I lost £2, and that took me down to 10 stone, 4.5 pound. This week I stepped on the scales and I lost £1. So this is my 133rd week. Just checking my notepad. 133. I now weigh 10 stone, 3.5 pound. And altogether, the total loss, I have lost 6 stone, 5.5 pound. Yep, 5.5 pound, yeah. So I'm out of my top end of my target by £0.5, but I'm just going to keep moving forward, do the best I can, like we all have to, you know, do the best. And hopefully that'll be off next week. So yeah, so all good. Yeah, so no plans as yet for this week. Weather is absolutely lovely at the moment. I mean, what is the temperature at the moment? Let's have a look, see. It's 73. Wow. Warm, isn't it? But yeah, so thunderstorms are meant to be coming this week again, so I think we might need it really, just to cool the air down really, isn't it? So yeah, so love a good thunderstorm. Anyway, so I'm happy with the pound. It may not be much, but a loss is a loss, you know, and it's off. Slow and steady and just chipping away, and yeah, so I will get back into target. I'm not giving up. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to do a few food diaries this week as well, but I must warn you, there will be occasional soups in there because that's just my go-to, and it's just speed food, and it's just convenient for me. So yeah, but yeah, I'm having my cheese allowance once a week, and also I'm having my bread once a week as well. So I'm getting them in. But I find that's better for me if I just have bread and cheese on the same day, once a week. So yeah, but yeah, each to their own, isn't it? Anyway, let me know how you're getting on with your own weight loss journey. If you're doing Slim World, WW, calorie counting, food optimizing. What's that word? Oh God, is it? Tip of my tongue. Calorie counting, and it's that fast. That's it. Fasting thing, isn't it? What is it called? I bet you're shouting it out, aren't you? I can't remember now. Oh my days. I'll remember, and then I'll put it in below then, won't I? Yeah. No, it's gone. Oh my God. Don't you just hate when you can't remember what you're going to say? It happens to me quite a lot, really. A bit worrying, isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, oh, that's it as well. I was looking up at keto, a diet called keto. My sister does it, and she says she's doing really well on it. But I was reading up on it. It looks really, really confusing. So, yeah, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to be changing. No, not changing. Don't panic. Slim World is me for life. So, yeah, yeah, it works. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Yeah, please do, Stephanie. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. Hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. And as always, keep smiling, stay positive, and take care. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.